Hello, and once again, it's me, as always, Derm, here for DTV. Or, is that the right way around? I think so. Yeah, DTV. Haha. The reason why I'm doing a video now is because I went and saw Apollo 18 earlier on today. If you can see it very badly in the corner there, I'm actually just playing over the trailer. Apollo 18, found footage movie that possibly tries to explain why we never went back to the moon after Apollo 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, cancelled. Mostly just for budgetary reasons and whatever else. But as you can see, they give it another explanation, another reason why. Found footage, essentially doing a horror thriller kind of slant on space travel. Essentially just scares into not wanting to go back into space, which I personally think is a very bad thing. Although with the deconstruction of NASA and everything else that's happened, suppose we have to give some kind of valid excuse for it. Although it kind of gives a reason to conspiracy theorists to kind of continue on. But that's the big problem I have with this movie, is that even the conspiracy buffs or the ones that actually believe in greys and whatever else are going to be sitting there going, how did the footage get back? That's the big fucking deal. That's the big problem, the whole damn thing. How did the footage get back into the hands of the people who are actually making the movies and how to get back into the DOJ, or Department of Defense actually. It's a major issue with the design of the whole film. It's one that needs to be kind of really brought out in the open in the very beginning, because the movie ends in a manner that it's near impossible for it to actually get back. Well, I can't think of a very valid reason. If it had been left on the moon, understandable, somebody else went afterwards, found a covert mission, whatever else. But it's the implication of what was used in it. I'll forget about the entire issue that I actually have with the film whenever it comes down to this. What I'm going to sit and talk about instead is the actual fact that it's 3 actors. It's really, it's 3 locations, 2 locations, and what would probably be a soundstage doing the moon jumps and whatever else. And it's very impressively done. It's gripping. It's one of those ones where I don't mind found footage movies. I actually remember when my first experience of preparing for Blair Witch, I actually did get built into the hype and pulled into it to really enjoy it. I actually got scared in my home watching the preparatory materials for it, although I didn't hear about anything about this until after I actually saw the trailer. I automatically assumed it was actually going to be the trailer for Transformers 3, where they start off on the moon and they find the Transformers in a ship, and you know, it was a nice little change to, whoa, oh, that was a very near miss. That was a big bag of comic books that nearly landed on top of the camera. Nice. Anyway, yeah, 2 sets. The lunar lander, the orbital connector that actually keeps going around until they launch back up again, and the 3 pilots are inside it. I mean, I can't turn around and say it's awful. In no way is it awful. It's just the fact that there's some really good jump moments. I don't normally jump in movies. I don't get scared in movies, but it has a nice atmosphere all the way through it. Maybe it's my sense of claustrophobia kind of affecting my judgment on the film slightly, because it's such a small space to really work in. Whenever they're sleeping in it, it's one person sleeping like that and one person on a hammock over the top of them sleeping like that, so it's actually like crossed over top of each other. The first big scare is actually even a fake scare. It's just very well done. I'm not going to give anything away about it, because to be honest, you've essentially figured out what it is. They go to the moon, there's something on the moon. Do you know what it actually is? It's Alternative 3, the big budget movie. Alternative 3 was something that was done on British television a good while back, where they did this fake documentary about the fact that there was a secret landing on Mars. That was actually like, there was a ship launched on Mars. It was an unmanned ship, and it landed on Mars, and then sent back footage of the surface of Mars. And in the footage, it showed something crawling or like slithering underneath the sands. And of course, it caused uproar and people complaining, whatever else. Like War of the Worlds kind of thing. People just freaked out, all might assume it was meant to be completely and utterly real. So, I suppose like I'm happy to see that kind of sci-fi horror can pop up again. Like I thought that whenever I went and hunted back down the Alternative 3, because I'm too young to actually have been there, like watching it and really understand what was going on. So I went back and watched it in later times. If you ever get the chance as well, try and find it on the archive. Try and find a copy of Alternative 3. It was actually based on a science program. I cannot think of it. It might have been just called Science Report, but it was actually, the format of it was around made to look like an actual science program. I need to find it. Like, you know what, I'll try and find if I can find a link for it that's actually publicly accessible, I will put it underneath this actual video, just so you can actually know what I'm talking about. Or if not, even like small pieces of footage. Plenty of people have reviewed and talked about it over the years, so it's one of those things where you can actually find at least a little bit of information about the actual show. Usually gets lumped into that whole fake reality television thing. But Apollo 18, yeah, good film. Give it a thumb up. Thumb and a, I don't know, is that like 1.5? Something like that. It's not bad, not brilliant, but it's well worth it. It's worth a watch. It's one of those ones, like I went to saw it in cinema. I've been doing this major thing by going to see a lot of things in cinema. I've spent a lot of money on cinema in a while, and it's kind of one of those things where I'm starting to reappreciate seeing movies on the big screen. Like I had a big phase of only watching stuff on small screen on digital copies, and sitting like watching it through Love Film whenever it's going by. They frequently get released on it. I've kind of regrown a love for cinema. I like actually going to see and stuff. I saw trailers today, specifically just to say at the end of the review of Apollo 18. I saw Warrior. Didn't mind watching the trailer of it. I don't know. I've always been I always liked Rocky. I've always liked those kind of overcoming adversity kind of sports movies like that. I thought The Fighter was fantastic. The Wrestler as well. So I do like those kind of films, and The Warrior, of course, and the format. MMA, I'm not an MMA fan, not a UFC fan. I like the concept of the sport. I actually like the physicality and everything else, but I don't know. It's like it's one of those things where it's not. I'm not a woo yeah blood sports woo kind of guy. So it's one of the things where I'm interested in the technique and whatever else. I'd like to go and see that whenever it comes out next week. What is it, next week or this fortnight? Can't remember. Whenever it does come out, I'll probably do a review of it. Until then, there's literally nothing really in the cinema that I want to see. Fright Night, I'm a fan of the original. Recently, James Rolfe, he put up a video about Fright Night 2, which I actually remember more than the first one. Because it was one of those videos that was in my parents' video shop, and I wasn't allowed to watch it, but of course I did. I remember that movie pretty well. First one, I'm not too fussed on because it wasn't. Probably would have been my brother would have been into it more than me. What else is actually on? The In-Betweeners movie. Jesus, I never got into that show at all. So, like, I mean, it was hilarious. It was the night that we went and saw Cowboys and Aliens as a group. Me, Cal, and John. We all went to see it together. My second viewing of the movie. We were standing in the queue and they just went, anybody who's not for In-Betweeners, you can come on ahead in. This massive queue of people just sitting there to watch the In-Betweeners movie, and I'm sitting there going, is this not the joke that The Simpsons made? That you're going to the cinema to pay for something that you watch on TV for free? Well, TV licensing. Yeah, it makes no sense to me at all. Same time as TV movies. Yeah, whatever. Suppose. Let yourself be entertained by it. Anyway. Back to the main point. Apollo 18, space travel, horrible things happen to people. Not bad, not brilliant. Don't have any idea how the found footage was found. There's bits that were transmitted back, of course, but the bits that were in there, like chest cameras that they're carrying around with them, no idea how that stuff got sent like them. Especially the stuff that was done from inside of the Russian lunar lander. Why was it being broadcast from there? Anyway, again, thumbs up. Go and watch it. Enjoy. I'll probably pop the trailer on to this that you've been sitting watching or seeing in the background, kind of like fuzzed out here in the corner. I'll pop it on the end of this video, or link it, so you can give it a check out yourself. So, safe travels, and see you next week. Oh, by the way, check out my Potato Vampires videos. We're working on a movie we're going to be shooting from next Friday onwards. Hopefully I'll get a chance to keep doing these while I'm doing that. Cheers!